Welcome to day 3 of your 14-day HIIT challenge. Today we are just going to do a stretch to rest a little bit. In your tabletop, let's do a few cat-cows. As you inhale, open your chest, lift the tailbone, lift the chin and the gaze up. And as you exhale, pull the belly button in, flex the spine, chin to chest. Inhale to open your chest, lift the tailbone, lift the chin and the gaze up. Exhale to flex the spine, pull the belly in, chin to chest. Adjust your stance here as you push the floor away from you, coming up into your downward facing dog. Lifting your tailbone, you can walk the dog here, not a yes or not a no. Bending the knees, swaying the hip towards the side to get a bit of a stretch on the sides of your body. So really do whatever you need to do here to ease your body into your downward facing dog. And inhale here, right leg lifts up, one-legged down dog. Exhale to bend your knee, open up the hip. On your next breath, pull your right knee in, and then bring your right knee behind your right wrist and your left foot behind the left wrist, or right foot rather, behind the left wrist. Point your left foot back, make sure the foot is not sickling in. You don't need to keep the right shin parallel with the front of the mat. You can bring your right foot closer towards the left thigh. And then slowly inhale, lengthen the spine, and as you exhale, folding forward, reaching your hands forward, bringing the crown of your head down. If this is too much for your right hip, you can modify with a block under your right hip to make the stretch easier for you. And from here, take an inhale, slowly come out. Exhale, push the floor away from you and step the right foot back into your downward facing dog. Create circles with your right knee to release the right hip. Press back, and from here, inhale, let's switch towards the other side, left leg up. Exhale to bend the knee, open up that hip. Keep the belly pulled in. And slowly on your next breath, Pigeon now on the opposite side, left knee behind the left wrist, left foot behind the right wrist. Point your right foot back, again make sure it's not sickling in, square the hips, square the shoulders, keep the belly pulled in. And from here, check that you are not leaning more onto the left hip, and as you exhale, folding forward again. Again, modify if needed, place a block underneath the left hip. You can also create towers with your hands with creating fists and then having one fist on top of the other and then resting your head on your fist instead of on the mat. And from here, take an inhale coming out of the pigeon prep and then exhale, stepping it back into downward facing dog. Create circles again with your left knee to help release your left hip. Press the heels down. And then from here, look forward, exhale to step it forward, bending the knees, bringing your hips down, extending your feet forward. Pull the outer hips towards the sides and back, create space in the low back. Inhale to lengthen, exhale to fold, hands on the outer edges of the feet or on the mat. Inhale to lengthen the spine, and exhale to fold in. Remember that as you fold in here, you could always have the knees bent if the hamstrings are feeling a little bit tight. And then always remember to keep length in the low back as you keep the belly pulled in. Inhale here to slowly come out. Exhale, bending both the knees, bringing the soles of your feet together. Bounce the thighs up and away from the earth. Keep that tall spine and keep the belly in. Exhale to actively press the thighs down. Inhale to lengthen. And exhale to fold forward. Use your elbows to open up the inner thighs more. And then feel the stretch as well on the outer hips here. There is no need to bring the forehead all the way down towards the mat. Again, check in with yourself if you do feel this in the low back. Kindly come out and don't fold too deep. Slowly exhale, coming out of your Konasana Fold. Bending both the knees, bring your hips close towards the feet and then lie all the way down. Take your hands at the side of the mat, belly pulled in. Prepare for bridge pose. As you inhale, lift the hips up. You can hold on to the side edges of the mat and then roll your shoulders in towards each other. If you can, interlace your fingers down and then press the hands down onto the mat. Keep the belly pulled in here, and as you inhale, lift your chest closer towards the chin as you keep the chin away from the chest. Make sure that you are firming the thighs in here and you don't feel this in the low back. So keep that low back protected as you keep the belly pulled in. And slowly release the hands, release the shoulders, release the hips. Knock the knees in towards the center and then bring your feet towards the side. Release your low back here and breathe easy in and out through the nose, relaxing for a bit here. Second round, you can do the bridge pose again. Otherwise, if you have it in your practice, we will do the wheel. So for those in the bridge, lift your hips up, and then as you exhale, roll the shoulder blades in. If you can, again, you can interlace the fingers and press the palms down. If you're taking the wheel, reach your arms up and over the head, bend the elbows, hands under the shoulders. Keep the belly pulled in and firm the thighs in. On your inhale, press up onto the crown of the head. Keep the elbows in. And on your next breath, exhale to slowly press yourself up. Make sure that you don't feel this in the low back at all. This should be a stretch in the upper back. You can move forward and back as you bend the knees towards the front, and then slowly as you exhale, press onto the big toes and then lift back up, pressing your chest towards the back. Keep the belly pulled in here and make sure you breathe and relax. As you come down, bring your chin towards the chest and slowly release your full body here. Relieving the lumbar in case there was any compression, knock the knees together and take the feet wide towards the side of the mat. And from here, extend your right leg forward, pull your left knee in, again to help with low back issues. And then shift your hips towards the left side, twisting your right foot and rather your left foot and your left knee towards the right side. Extend your left hand towards the side. You can bend the elbow at a 90-degree angle to get a stretch as well on the left shoulder. Again, slow, easy, steady breaths here, in and out through the nose. This would feel really good on your shoulders and on the side body. Slowly exhale, coming out, taking your hips back towards the center. Left leg extends and pull the right knee in towards the chest to switch sides. And from here, shift your hips towards the right side, stepping your right foot over towards the left hand on your right knee. Extend your right hand towards the side, and if you bent your elbow on the left side, bend it here as well on the right side, getting a good stretch on that right shoulder. Make sure that both the shoulders are rooting down onto the mat. And then from here, take it back towards the center. And then hug both the knees in towards the chest. Apanasana. Feel free to swing from side to side to massage the low back. So this was just a really short stretch. Now exhale, unravel. Take your knees as wide, or rather feet as wide as the mat, hands at the sides. And close the eyes just to relax for a bit in your Shavasana. So this was a really short and sweet practice intended to be just a day dedicated to stretch and relax. Maybe some of you are feeling a little bit sore or a little bit tight today after the lower body and upper body days. So just take it easy today. And if you're feeling heavy, that's also fine. Just release it here in your mat and see you again tomorrow.